Hi, I'm going to be sharing in this video my 30-day celery juice challenge, a challenge that I did back in January 2019. As you can see, this video is way overdue. Not that there is a shortage of video on celery juice on YouTube, but I wanted to share my personal journey and try to give you as many facts as possible. I also want to share everything that went wrong, and there's a lot that went wrong. Most specifically, my skin went into full crisis mode, and I wanted to share a few things that might help you if you're someone prone to having skin issues, what you might want to avoid, and maybe you're going to learn from my mistakes. So I'm really wanting to share the good, because there's a lot of good to celery juice, but also the bad and the ugly, because it got really ugly. And honestly, it sucks to share this because I'm going to be sharing photos of my skin, and it became really bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite you to check out a few resources that I have for you. One of them is a podcast that I did sharing my celery juice experiment. So you might want to listen to that because I'm probably going to share different things in there. I'm going to be also linking 2 other interviews that I did with 2 women who are currently using the medical medium protocol based on this book, which we're going to be talking about today. And they are healing acne, and they are doing very well. So I'm going to be linking that as well. These podcast episodes are incredible. These women have been sharing their journey to glow with me, and I feel honored. By the way, you might want to subscribe to the podcast, the Journey to Glow podcast, because it's all about healing skin naturally and holistically. So definitely created this resource for women in our community who need trustworthy resources to heal their skin. I'm going to be linking also an interview that I did with a medical medium expert. She is a holistic coach, a medical intuitive, and it's a 2-part podcast episode, and it's very good if you want to have answers to a lot of the questions that we get, but not from just anybody that just tells you what to do, that actually have no business telling you what to do and telling you what to eat and drink. In everything that I do for Journey to Glow, I always remind you to do your own research. I'm not giving you advice. I'm sharing my journey. I'm going to share what worked, what didn't work, what went wrong, and it's up to you to do your own research. And ultimately, this is what I teach, is to listen to your inner wisdom, to listen to your body's wisdom, and to really learn to tune out the noise of everything online, all the information, and to retreat within yourself to listen to your inner voice. Because I see so many women that keep going, trying protocols and diets and celery juice and cleanses, and it's not working because people are telling them what to do instead of listening to their inner voice. So I'm going to repeat that often. All right, so that was my disclaimer. Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk about why I decided to do the celery juice cleanse. We're going to talk about what were my goals, what were my expectations, because I wanted to put the right expectations into place before I jumped into this experiment. We're going to be talking about the unexpected skin crisis that happened as a result of this challenge. And then I'm going to jump into the final takeaways. In the blog post that I wrote, this comprehensive blog post, I share tips for celery juice, the juicers that I love, the one I'm currently using. So I get into the practical bits in the blog post. I'm going to invite you to go there and read this, because again, I want to keep this video as short as possible. So first, why I wanted to do a celery juice experiment. I have been on my journey to glow for 2.5 years now. And my journey to glow is about healing rosacea. By the way, I'm doing really well with the rosacea. I would say that I've cleared my skin about 70%. And the celery juice experiment did not help. So I just want to say that flat out, because sometimes people think that doing a celery juice experiment or a celery juice cleanse is going to be the key to all their problems or their skin issues, and it's most likely not the case. What you want to look at, and what I've been looking at, is all of the different pieces of the puzzles that need to come together in order to have glowing skin. So we got to look at gut health, we got to look at heavy metals in the system, we have to look at, do you have parasites in your gut again, or pathogens, and hormones. Balancing hormones is another big one. So I knew this getting into this celery juice experiment, so I knew to put, I guess, the right expectations and the right goals in place. But I wanted to do this cleanse. I call it a cleanse because I did pair the celery juice cleanse challenge with a detox. So just quickly, a detox, cutting coffee, alcohol, sugar, most meats, what else? Just eating more healthy plant-based diet. So I wanted to start the new year with just a cleanse. I had felt so tired at the end of 2018. I felt like I was dragging myself through the end of 2018. I didn't have a lot of energy. I felt really sluggish. I was experiencing a lot of brain fog, and I knew that I needed to shake the energy and shake what's happening within my body to really start the new year fresh and new. So I thought, hey, let's do a 21-day detox. Actually, I was going for a 30-day detox. Now, this was not my first detox. I've been doing cleanses for 4 years. Based on what I had learned from my research and also from Chris Carr, Crazy Sexy Diet. So it wasn't new to me. I knew what to do. I knew what to expect. I knew about the physical symptoms that you go through when you start a detox. What I did not expect was to experience such a skin crisis. So I started on January 1st. And I had prepared the weeks prior. This is a little tip that I have for you. If you're going to do a detox, you're not going to jump right in. You're going to be starting at least a couple of weeks earlier. You're going to start cutting some stuff, maybe like coffee and alcohol, just so that you don't experience a drastic symptoms, because you can get major headaches when you cut everything, which is very interesting, and more brain fog in the middle of the day because your body is feeling the withdrawal of sugar. So it's very interesting. So preparing ahead of time is really good because it's going to be smoother on your system. It's going to be easier to just move into this cleanse. So I had been preparing. And so the first few days of the cleanse I was doing pretty good. I did not experience like drops in energy or feeling super tired, or again, the brain fog, which can be like, you can't operate anymore because you can't think clearly. So it wasn't that bad. I'm thinking that the celery juice did help with this, because celery juice has one of the benefits to clear brain fog. So that was a really good plus of the celery juice. However, on day 5 of my experiment, celery juice experiment, and my cleanse, my skin exploded. And it was not subtle. It was an explosion of everything. So I had breakouts all up on my forehead, which I'm still healing the marks. I had an explosion of psoriasis or eczema. To this day, I still can't tell which one it was, which one of the two it was, because I put so much healing oils on my skin that the eczema or psoriasis weren't as dry as it usually is. Usually psoriasis, you're going to have that skin that's just dry on top. But I was putting so much oil on my face to try to do damage control that it wasn't that dry. So to this day, and it doesn't matter, honestly, if you've read the liver rescue book from the medical medium, you know again that, yeah, it's just a detail, whether it's eczema or psoriasis. Basically, you want to go back in your liver and cleanse the liver of heavy metals, of the pathogens that are creating dermatoxins, which are showing up on your skin. So I'm reading the book, and this is a big recommend, by the way, because the medical medium Anthony William talks about cleansing the liver, and he talks about eczema and psoriasis and acne in a way that's fresh, in a way that very few people have ever talked about. So if you have some judgment because he's a medical medium, I want to invite you to keep an open mind and maybe read this, because it is eye-opening and it's going to give you some clues that you may not have thought of before. So I had been reading the book and I knew what was probably going on in my body, and because my skin had exploded, I was thinking, oh, I'm just detoxing from this cleanse, so it's all coming up through my skin. So I was thinking, okay, probably my liver is detoxing a little too quickly, and it's just having this massive impact on my face. So I kept going. I kept at it. I had my celery juice every morning on an empty stomach, and then I continued the cleanse throughout my day. Now, it didn't get better. That's the thing. It didn't get better after 10 days, after 14 days, and after 21 days. And this is where I guess I want to draw your attention. My thinking behind it was, oh, you're just detoxing, keep going, the dermatoxins are coming out, the toxins are coming out of, your system. But at some point, I just had to come to the conclusion that that plan wasn't working for me. And I started to ask deeper questions. And again, this is where I want to draw your attention, because in the medical medium community, people were saying, oh, keep going, you're just cleansing, and keep going, you can do this, and this is what's going to happen with celery juice. But honestly, if your plan is not working, at some point you have to ask deeper questions. One of the things that we look at on Journey to Glow and on the podcast when we talk to some of our skin healing experts, all in the field of holistic medicine, specifically functional medicine, is that invitation to maybe ask deeper questions, maybe do some testing. Might you be allergic to celery juice? Might you be having a reaction to celery juice? Maybe you can. Maybe it's not the right thing for you. Just good questions to ask. So you might want to be testing for food sensitivities. You might be testing for your GI tract. So let me link below this video some podcast episodes for you to listen to on testing, functional testing, because it is very, very helpful so that we don't go about this journey just blindly. So sure, it's great to have resources and books and other people in the community. Inform yourself. Read, and don't read just this book. Read anything that you can get your hands on so that you can educate yourself on cleansing and celery juice and the benefits. And again, maybe watching this video is just going to open your eyes to see that there might be different ways to go about it so that it's going to work for you. I think that it was a wake-up call for me to really see, okay, I think that I'm not doing this in the right way. Yes, again, I'm hearing some of y'all saying, no, you needed to keep going, but maybe not. And let me tell you why. I listened to my inner voice at some point and I said, okay, I think there's a softer way for me to do this. And this is the learning curve on my journey to glow, and on your journey to glow, you're going to have your own learning curves. But I really heard within me, my inner wisdom say, okay, stop it. I stopped the celery juice on day 21, and on day 25, my skin had cleared. So there's definitely something there. Here's what I'm not saying here. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be drinking celery juice. I'm saying listen to your body. I'm saying educate yourself and do some research. I'm saying read the books, listen to the podcasts, get expert help, and then listen to yourself and do what works for you. This is the bigger message of this video, and I hope that you can really hear this. So my big takeaway from this celery juice challenge is that I want to be really intentional in choosing the right foods for me. I want to stay connected to my inner wisdom so that I can make the right choice, but also that I can move through the challenges, because it is hard when your skin goes into full crisis mode. And again, this challenge was so beneficial on so many levels. I'm just going to wrap up this video by sharing a few things that was very positive from the experience. So prior to the celery juice experiment and the cleanse in general, because the cleanse is very beneficial, I was very tight in my jeans. After the 30 days, I fit in my jeans again. Kind of obvious, right? The brain fog is gone. However, the brain fog and the energy going up again, I will attribute to the supplements that I'm currently taking. Now, I have a blog post on the Journey to Glow blog, the Glow blog, that I can share with you if you're curious. What are the supplements that I have been testing and taking? My skin overall had less inflammation. So this is definitely a benefit of celery juice and doing a plant-based cleanse. I think that the efforts that I've made on my journey to glow, specifically in the last year, the efforts are stacking up and it's really showing in my skin. So there's less inflammation, so my rosacea is much less inflamed most of the time. And I feel that I finally made a lot of progress on my journey to glow. So if you are listening to this and you have rosacea and you've been on your journey to glow for a while and things haven't been working, I just want to encourage you to stay in your game, stay on the path, stay on your journey to glow, because your efforts will stack up. But at the same time, you want to make sure that you're doing the right things. So this has been key for me. I have done really specific things to help my skin. And I actually have a video on this. It's called The 5 Big Things That I Did That Really Impacted My Skin. So look for that video. I'm going to be linking it below as well. So I think that sums up my experiment. I don't think that I have forgotten anything. I think I gave you a lot of information. I do want to invite you again to read the full blog post, and I did create a free PDF for you. It's called My Skin is in Crisis, Now What? And you can download it for free on journeytoglow.com/crisis. And I created this PDF. I started putting together some research while I was going through my crisis. Because I thought, hey, if I'm going through this and I can help someone else with some really practical tips. In fact, in this PDF, there's 6 effective steps that you can take when you are having a skin crisis. I figured I'm just going to share this with you in a PDF. So you can download it on journeytoglow.com/crisis. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. There's more videos coming, more videos with skin healing experts, more videos with real women that are on their journey to glow. And I'm doing this and I'm sharing this, and it's a lot of work, y'all, because I really feel that there's a community, the Journey to Glow community, that needs support, that need also coaching support so that they can feel at their best and feel happy regardless of what your skin looks like. So that's my job as a certified advanced transformative coach. I'm here to support you in awakening your inner healer, in listening to your inner wisdom, and in feeling really grounded in your full potential as you're walking on your journey to glow. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.